Tamil Nadu Chief Minister asks the Prime Minister to halt work at Kudamkulam till the fears of public are allayed. DMK Chief Karunanidhi has a dig at Tamil Nadu government, says when he wrote a letter on Kaveri, so did the ADMK leader. The DMK Chief Karunanidhi says he does not have faith in State Election Commissioner.
நியாயமான தீர்வுகளை எதிர்பார்க்க முடியாது. அதைப் போல தேர்தல் ஆணையர் ஐயரிடமும் எதிர்பார்க்க முடியாது.
Voices in Chennai says sporadic and astray incidents of violence in a civic body polls. Situation much better than 2006.
2006 நம்ம எல்லாத்துக்கும் உதாரணமா நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிறது இல்ல.
Vigilance and anti-corruption sleuths raid the lockers of TNPSC public officials. The Good Samaritans continue to contribute financial aid in support of baby Ganesh's medical expense and NDTV Hindu campaign. Hello and good evening. You're watching News Tonight with me, Anu George. A quick look into the national headlines. Slipper thrown at Team Anna member Arvind Kejriwal while his address is in rally in Lucknow. Anti-corruption crusader Anna Hazare wins the NDTV Indian of the Year award. LK Advani breaks his silence on Yedurappa. 4 days before her deadline to Maoists to disarm, Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee holds a strategy meet. The Supreme Court will take up the bail plea of Soni Sori, a teacher from Chhattisgarh who has been jailed on charges of being a Naxal. On a day the Buddh International Circuit at Noida is unveiled, Supreme Court issues notice to UP government on exemption of luxury and entertainment tax. Our top story today evening, the Kudamkulam nuclear plant crisis. Villagers at Kudamkulam have launched their third phase of protest, demanding closure of the upcoming nuclear power plant. This time, it is an indefinite relay hunger strike, but farther away from the plant. The strike was suspended for 2 days to enable residents to exercise voting in the local polls. The road blockade last week paralyzed work at the plant for 5 days. A third of plant's 6,000 strong contract workers have already left the town out of fear. Work remains paralyzed at the plant for the 6th day. Local contract workers have not reported for work. For the second time, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha has strongly criticized the Prime Minister for the Kudamkulam nuclear plant row. She said her government is very clear that there should not be any work at the site unless public fears are addressed. Jayalalitha questioned what happened to the joint committee that the Prime Minister had promised. It is the centre's responsibility to allay public fear. In the statement, Jayalalitha said she suspects the centre is playing blame game with the state government. The public protests are escalating because the centre is not suspending work at the plant site. Meanwhile, DMK Chief Karunanidhi spoke out on a range of issues pertaining to the Kudamkulam crisis that's reached phase 3.
கூடங்குளம் பிரச்சனை மத்திய அரசு தான் இதில் தலையிடணும், மாநில அரசு செய்ய முடியாது. ஜெயலலிதாவுக்கு ஒரு கடிதம் எழுதியிருக்காங்க பிரதமருக்கு.
கடிதம் போதுமா என்று என்னை கேட்டவர்கள் பொழுது கடிதம் எழுதி கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள்.
இல்லை, அவங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா மத்திய அரசு வேணும்னு மாநில அரசு மேலே குற்றம் சாட்டுவதற்காக இந்த கூடங்குளம் பிரச்சனையில் தீர்க்காமல் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க.
அதில் உண்மை என்ன என்பதை தெரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டியது பத்திரிகையாளர்களுடைய கடமை. மாநில அரசை பொறுத்தவரையில் பாம்புக்கு வாழும் மீனுக்கு தலையும் காட்டுகிற ஜால வித்தையை செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. மக்களுக்கு எந்த விதமான ஆபத்தும் உயிர் சேதமும் வராத நிலையில் அவ்வளவு பாதுகாப்பாக அந்த அணு உலையை அமைப்பதற்கான வழிவகைகளை மத்திய மாநில அரசுகள் மேற்கொள்ள வேண்டும்.
கூடங்குளம் தொடர்பாக ஏதாச்சும் பிரதமருக்கு ஆலோசனை சொல்றீங்களா? திமுக சார்பா இந்த பிரச்சனை எப்படி தீர்க்கிறதுன்னு
கேட்டால் சொல்லுவேன்.
And after a day of the first phase of the local body polls, the DMK patriarch slams the State Election Commission. He says he cannot expect a free and fair elections with this state government and under SIA's leadership, and if needed, that the DMK would move to the High Court.
இந்த அரசாங்கத்திடம் நியாயமான தீர்வுகளை எதிர்பார்க்க முடியாது. அதை போல தேர்தல் ஆணையர் ஐயரிடமும் எதிர்பார்க்க முடியாது. தேர்தல் ஆணையரை சந்தித்து பல்வேறு முறையீடுகளை செய்திருக்கிறோம். என்னென்ன தவறுகள் நடைபெற்றிருக்கின்றன என்பதை சான்றுகளோடு எடுத்து காட்டியிருக்கிறோம். இதற்கு மேலாக நீதிமன்றத்துக்கு செல்லவும் இருக்கிறோம்.
With the local body polls over and done with in Chennai, now all the attention has been shifted to the counting centers. Our correspondent Salim visited some of the counting centers to understand the security measures, and this is what he sent to us.
There are 18 counting centers in Chennai. A 3-layer security blanket has been thrown over each counting center. I'm standing at the Anna University counting center. If my camera person could just zoom in a bit, you can clearly see those strong rooms where the electronic voting machines have been stocked. Armed policemen have been posted there. The next area is called the access control area, where local policemen have been posted. The third security area is called the perimeter security. The counting is scheduled on the 21st of this month.
The city of Chennai witnessed the biggest ever local body polls yesterday. But if the state election commissioner claimed it to be a peaceful civic polls, opposition parties have demanded a repoll on many of the booths. We tried asking Chennaites what do they feel. Was the 2011 local body polls peaceful than 2006? Let's listen in. Let's see what they have to say.
The main difference now in 2011, even at 5 o'clock, people were free to vote. Because of the fear which was created by 2006, people of above middle class, they feared to come outside to vote.
மொத்தத்தில் ஒரு 16 போலீஸ் போட்டிருந்தாங்க. 4800 பூத்து இருக்குது. ஒரு பூத்துக்கு ஒரு 3 போலீஸ் போட்டிருந்தாங்க. எந்த பிரச்சனையும் இல்லை, நல்லா இருந்தது. ப்ராப்ளம் எதுவும் கிடையாது. நாங்களும் போய் கரெக்டாக ஓட்டு போட்டோம்.
சென்னை வட்டத்தில் எந்த ஒரு இதில் சின்ன ஏதோ ஒரு இடத்துல நடந்து மற்றபடி எதுவும் கிடையாது.
இப்போ இந்தியா எலெக்ஷன் 2011 எலெக்ஷன் நைஸு சாஃப்ட்டு தைரியமாக வந்து ஓட்டு போட்டாங்க. பட் ஓரளவுக்கு பரவாயில்ல, 48% பரவாயில்ல. நல்ல சூப்பர் எலெக்ஷன் இது மாதிரியே நடக்கணும் எல்லா எலெக்ஷனும். பகவானை ப்ரேயர் பண்ணுறேன்.
With regard to the Kaveri issue, the Chief Minister Jayalalitha has asked Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to issue instructions to the Ministry of Water Resources for publishing the final order of the Kaveri Water Disputes Tribunal in the Gazette of India and have the Kaveri Management Board in place immediately. In a letter to the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister stated that the Karnataka government had consistently taken the stand that after the final order of the tribunal, there was no enforceable governing regime since the interim order ceased to exist. She also highlighted the importance of gazetting the final order on matters relating to distress sharing and irrigated areas in Karnataka. The Karnataka government had also stated that its suggestion should not be considered as acceptance of the correctness of the final order of the tribunal. The Chief Minister had earlier written a memorandum to the Prime Minister seeking his instructions to publish the final order. The Kaveri is the lifeline of Tamil Nadu, catering to more than 80% of canal irrigation. The quality of life and food security of the state depended on the timely release of its water for irrigation. The Karnataka government, the upper riparian state, was duty-bound to ensure stipulated monthly inflows during irrigation season every year. In latest news from the city, the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption raised the locker of TNPSC member Ravi. The raid is in continuation of the search that was carried out at the residences of Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission chairman and 13 of its members on charges of alleged irregularities in the recruitment 3 days ago. The DVAC sources said several incriminating documents were seized during the raids. The raids were barely conducted 2 months after the state government brought the TNPSC chairman and its member under the purview of the Vigilance Commission and the DVAC. The charges against TNPSC chairman Sellamuthu and others included criminal misconduct by obtaining pecuniary advantage and abuse of official position and preventing a government secretary from discharge of his official duties. Cases were registered under the Prevention of Corruption Act and several other sections of the Indian Penal Code. They were also charged for not providing the documents to the DVAC after it registered a case to probe charges of corruption. Today, the raids by special teams of DVAC began by around 12:30 p.m. The men in blue Indian cricket team wins NDTV India's Heroes Award. More on that after the short break. Stay tuned.